What's up, my people? Today, we're talking about Digimon Tri. And I know we don't do that as much as we used to, but you gotta keep in mind, there isn't honestly that much to talk about with Digimon Tri, you know? Whenever we're in those awkward in-between months between movies, it's like they barely give us anything but the preview trailers. So what else can I say, honestly? But today we're here for a very important theory. This is something that's discussed by almost everyone that knows anything about Digimon Adventure. This is something very important and prevalent to the series. That being the state of the Dark Ocean and what's going on with it. First off, what is the Dark Ocean? I'm sure you guys know from Digimon Adventure 02 where we got at least 2 good looks at the Dark Ocean. One in episode 13 and one in the other, I think it was around episode 31, where the Dark Ocean is this world, you know, this third dimension in the series. You know, we have the real world, we have the digital world, and we have the space in between, which is the Dark Ocean. And it's led by 2 evil Digimon. One being Dragomon, the giant Leviathan monster that normally lives there, and the other being Daemon. You know, when they defeated Daemon in the real world, they trapped him in the Dark Ocean when they were done with him to keep him from causing any more harm than he would have. So all you need to keep in mind right now is that the Dark Ocean is a third plane of existence within the Digimon universe that the kids can access. Now, the way they access it, it's not necessarily defined, because when Kari went there and when Ken went there, they just appeared. It's like they were in the real world and they were in the digital world, and it just teleported them magically, like nothing even happened. It's like kind of like a anti-world to theirs, you know, like an opposite in a way. Now, getting on the more theory side of this, I want to talk about how the Dark Ocean, I feel it's going to be implemented in the story of Digimon Tri. And I know talking about the 02 kids in Digimon Tri is kind of a hot topic, because some people feel like, okay, where are they? Oh my god, they disappeared at the beginning, where are they? And then the other half of people are like, you know, maybe they're just not here for the rest of the story and they'll show it magically later, because it doesn't necessarily need them to be there, because it's a story about the original kids. It's a third edition of Digimon Adventure, but it's still mainly focusing on the kids from the first Digimon Adventure and not at all on the kids from 02, even though they were there in some way. So I understand both sides. I understand why people want to see them. I understand why people are like, you know, I'm good with Mako, I'm good with just the normal kids, we're fine. Now let's talk about some things we've seen from Digimon Tri. In the first movie, when Maki was looking at a computer, she had the coordinates for all the kids, but the only ones she couldn't find were the ones of the original 02 kids. You know, Davis, Yoli, Ken, Cody, they're all gone. But that's weird, because we know that they were in the digital world before, because something happened with them in Alphamon and they got blown away. And Maki, she's able to track people that are in the human world and in the digital world, so if she can't find their coordinates, where else could they be? The only possible answer is a third place she doesn't know about, and that only third place is the Dark Ocean. And when we saw this Dark Geni impersonating Ken in the second movie and the third and onward, we know that wasn't actually Ken, but still, the fact that Imperial Dramon was there gets me thinking, what if that's actually the real Imperial Dramon, the one that Ken and Davis had, and it just got powered up by this darkness, or maybe it's infected, and now it's just fighting against them. It's fighting on the side of Dark Geni. So far in Digimon Tri, we have a few established groups. We have the Chosen Children and their Digimon. We have Yggdrasil and Alphamon, we have Hackmon and Homeostasis, that voice that possessed Kari, and then we also, if you want, you can count Mako and Meikumon. But if we look back at Digimon Adventure 02, when they were fighting Daemon, you know, when Kari and Tika were fighting Daemon, when they sealed them away, Daemon said, I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna get my revenge. Maybe there's a separate party in the story in general of Tri. Maybe Daemon's still plotting in the background, because, let me tell you something, in that new, third preview trailer for Digimon Tri Part 5, when we look at Kari, when she has those dark code things on her, that purple stuff, right? When you look at her face, it kind of looks like there's some water reflecting off it. Kari's such a special character, you know, all this extra stuff happens to her. She was late to join the crew to begin with, so I don't know. She's the one being possessed by homeostasis most of the time, and she's also the one that's been to the Dark Ocean the most, and when she went to the Dark Ocean in 02, they're like, wow, this girl's perfect, we're about to make her our queen. Like, Kari's just so important, which is why, when I made a video before talking about this, that's why when one of the trailers, the second trailer, talked more about Mako than Kari, I was a little bummed out, because there's so much involving Kari, and it's really cool. Not saying there isn't that much involving Mako, but it's like, me personally, I find the stuff with Kari more interesting because I already know her, and then finding this new information about her is just more interesting. It's not like Meiko isn't interesting. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Meiko, her story's still pretty cool and I like it, but it's whatever. And maybe that darkness embodying Kari right there has something to do with Ophanimon Fall Down Lone being created. Ultimately, in Digimon Tri Part 5 Symbiosis, I feel like we're definitely gonna get a bigger glimpse of the Dark Ocean, and if the O2 kids are anywhere in Digimon Tri at all, we're gonna see them or have a hint at them somehow in this movie, because honestly that's the only place they could be. Maki and her agency have no idea where they are in the real world, they have no idea where they are in the digital world. Unless they're adding a fourth complete dimension, I think they should just use the Dark Ocean as they have and go dive deeper into it, because there's a whole story there just untold, and that's one of the plot holes in 02, but maybe they can cover it up with this movie. We're getting close to the end of Digimon Tri, guys. There are only 6 parts in the series and we're already on part 5. Like, if they're gonna have part 6 be a conclusion and like a final fight with everything, it better be good, because I feel like there's a lot of material still uncovered in the universe of Digimon Adventure. Like, even if they don't talk about the Dark Ocean, right, that's still liable to be included in some story in the future, so it's not the end of the world. But it's like, if they do include it in this movie, it probably won't be that big a deal, but maybe the Dark Ocean in a 6th movie will be the location for a final fight with everything. Maybe that's the key we've been looking for, all the plot holes, everything that's been missing from the series. Maybe the Dark Ocean could solve that somehow. But if anything, I feel like the 02 kids are there. There's going to be a big adventure there. There's going to be a big grand fight there. Everything is happening at the Dark Ocean when Digimon Tri is ending. That's just how I feel about it. Well, that's all I got for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll try to have more Tri videos up sometime soon. It's kind of hard because there's a hurricane coming through. You know, I do live in South Florida, in Central Florida, around that area. So pray for me if you can. But with that, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.